But I love being here. Thank you for having me out. I appreciate it. I love talking about family. Family is a passion of mine. Mine is here. I adore my kids. They're my biggest teachers on the Father. The Father teaches me every time about who He is through my kids. Because I can play. You would think I was in the wilderness with the children of Israel. I'm always like, oh, just open the earth and just dump them in there. And I tell you, He just says, yeah, that's what I said about you. I said, why do I have to tell you so many times? Yeah, that's what I said about you. Yeah, you feel me. You feel my pain now, Rich, don't you? I said, yeah, God, yes.
So guys, as promised, we're right back here on the Franky Ro Show, and I've got Hollywood celeb Richard T. Jones. How you doing today, fam?
I'm good, thank you.
Now, usually when you see the Franky Ro Show, we always get comments that, hey, that's the guy from the Jesus Show, or that's the Christian guy. But a lot of people get caught up in the Hollywood and the lights, but talk to us about why your faith brought us to the Central Valley today.
Oh, well, you know, I'm here at Harvest of Harmony, and I was asked to minister. You know, Jesus means a lot to me. He's everything to me. He is my delight, and He is my passion. And once I was saved for real, my whole life was renewed. And the power of God in this relationship that I have with Him now has just transformed not only my life, but the life of my wife, life of my family, and I have to talk about it. So when someone invites me, I come and I like to share about, just to share my testimony of Jesus.
Okay. Now, of course, today we're talking about family. You came and spoke with a message of family. Why is family so important to you, and why is it important for you to sow into families that are watching right now?
Well, family is the bedrock of our nation. So without family, there is no nation. And in family is the institution of honor. So honor is really established and cultivated in the family. So as you look at our nation now and how there's bits of it that are falling apart, we have to go back to our roots, back to the foundation. And it all started with the family. So I think family is just a main part of why a nation becomes great. We started this nation with families. And now we're going away from it. So you see a lot of single households now, and that's just not the way it was ever meant to be. And what you see is a lot of power and a lot of poverty starting to set in instead of abundance. Okay. You caught me with some big questions, man.
No.
I thought we were going to be talking about, hey, how's Tyler Perry? Oh, he's cool.
No, we really get in here on the Franky Ro Show. Now, my next big question for you is, this week we're airing for Thanksgiving week. A lot of families are getting ready to sit down at the tables where some may not have to sit down at the table. Talk to us, give us some encouraging words to those families that are watching about how important it is, whether you got a turkey, whether you got a can of Spam to stick together.
That's right. There is something in the family that can't be reproduced outside of it. There is something about sitting at a table and choosing to sit at this table with each other and sharing and hearing the testimony of God in each other's lives. It's so powerful. It's so powerful and it's so encouraging. So when you sit at especially Thanksgiving, because we're giving thanks to God, for each other, and the importance of it is so crucial. So I encourage everyone who has a family, even if you got no family, you got friends, sit at a table and enjoy a dinner together, because there is power at the dinner table.
Okay. Mm-hmm. And then finally, what can we look forward to? We're getting ready to close out 2013. 2014 is coming. I know you got the new Godzilla. Talk to us about that.
Yeah, you got it. Dang. All right. He knows his stuff. Well, yeah, I got Godzilla coming out. It's coming out in May. It should be a blockbuster, hopefully, if Godzilla is done right. So, I'm always nervous when you get to the big films, a lot of CGI, a lot of action. So hopefully it turns out the way we want it to, and we got some more coming. So that'd be great.
I know the hype around Comic-Con earlier this year in San Diego. They were trying to get Godzilla to come out of the Pacific Ocean. I don't know if that was going to work or not, but you know, it was hopeful. Now, if people want to reach out to you, touch bases with you, I mean, really, you were an encouragement today. Do you Facebook? Do you tweet? How can people stay connected with you?
Yeah, you know, I have a Facebook, Covenant 15, which is me, so I try to. I'm not a big social media guy, but I try my best. And, you know, my wife kind of locks me down, so I can't do all that kind of stuff. You know, but usually tweeting is probably the best way to get to me. And I do have a Facebook, richardtjones.com. I mean, not that, what is it? Facebook? So I check that too. Okay. But not every day. I'm not the everyday 5 hour a day kind of Facebook guy.
Now, this next question, I'm not expecting a quick response, but the other day I felt myself having a conversation with my wife. Okay. And the conversation went like this: baby, I'm almost tired of asking people, how's your wife doing? Because lately, every time I ask somebody, how's your wife doing, they're divorced. And when I heard you speaking about the love and the connection that you have with your wife, it was very inspiring. Talk to us about what drives that passion, what drives that fire in your relationship, and what suggestions you may give to some couples out there that may be struggling or on the brink of divorce.
My goodness, man. Okay. Now we're going into ministry. I tell you, the biggest advocate for marriage is Jesus. So the more time you spend with God and make time with God, God is alive. I just want to clarify that. God lives, and he speaks, he breathes, and he fixes problems. So when you spend time, you carve out time for God, and you start sitting there and waiting for instruction, he will put a love for your wife or your husband that you never thought you had. See, a lot of us, we're trying to create something we don't know how to create. So we need to get with God so God can fill us with love, because we don't know what love is until God gives it to us. So the more love he can give us by spending time with us, because he's a generous giver. So it's funny because we talk about loving each other, but we don't know how to do that unless we spend time with God, who is love. So as he fills us up with love, now I can love my wife differently. I can love my husband differently. So the first thing we have to get out of ourselves, because you made a choice. Okay, so you made a choice to marry this woman. She made a choice to marry you. So divorce is not an option. So you have to sit back and figure out, okay, what do we want to do? How do we want to fix this? Not if you want to fix it. How do we want to fix it? You can try it your way, but you're going to knock heads, or you can do it God's way by getting with him. And as you get with him, he will get you together. Let him be the mediator of your relationship. All right.
This is the Franky Ro Show. I'm going to let this brother get back to his food. We're getting deep in here.
You're getting so deep. We getting deep, Frank.
All right, guys. Stay tuned for more. We'll be back.
Okay.